Welcome to Parks and Pixie Dust Podcast.
Johnny!
Jesse! I tried counting down and I messed it up. I couldn't really. I don't know what my fingers are.
3. No, I think of Wayne's World. 3.
Yeah.
Wayne's World, you know.
Party time.
Yeah. Excellent. Oh my God. How are you, John?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Yeah. It's we're recording on St. Patrick's Day weekend.
Yes, we are. Yes. I feel like spring is starting to be sprung.
Yeah.
That's what she said. I mean, spring is starting to get a boner here, so it's starting to be sprung.
Little sausage.
Spring's got a winky doodle happening here. You know,
Yeah.
a little less of a small wee wee. Anyways,
Yeah, like yesterday and today, pretty nice out.
Yes.
And then tomorrow it's supposed to snow.
Schlong.
And
No.
yeah, winky doodle that.
Yeah. Winky doodle. Yeah. Yeah, everybody, welcome back. Parks and Pixie Dust
Yeah, I forgot to
podcast.
ask, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm doing good. I'm feeling better. I've gotten really great news. My pregnancy, it's all healthy, all good.
Yeah, in case people haven't seen on the socials.
Yes, I announced.
Yep.
We took some photos in front of the castle, so pretty
Perfect.
fun announcement.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'm about 19 weeks now, almost halfway there, pretty much. Yeah, I'm a little less tired. I think the weather kind of helps that because when it's just so freaking cold, I don't want to do doo-doo. I just want to lay in bed.
Stay in.
Yes.
Not do anything.
Yes. So it's been so nice. Like there's something, I don't know about you, but I feel like there's something to be said about just being able to go outside for a walk. Mm-hmm. It just helps, you know.
Yeah, I love it.
So much.
I love, like we were talking about earlier, like my current place is perfectly situated.
Yeah.
At like great walking paths and right by the lake.
Oh, amazing.
So nice.
Yes, and Chicago in the summer is just the best, like with being able to just conveniently walk outside and you don't have to bundle up with a coat and boots and all that. It's just nice. It just feels less stressful.
I know.
But speaking of that, today's episode we're talking about doing Disney with a toddler.
So less stressful? Is that
Yes.
the lead-in?
Totally. Well, I think that it can be stressful for sure because like we obviously just brought our 2-year-old and, you know, with depending on kind of the age and every kid is so different, right? So of course I'm going to have my advice based on my kid, but I do think that universally there's, you know, some good tips that you can do.
Yeah.
You know, some kids are on like a very strict napping schedule.
Yeah.
Natalie, she still does usually take 1 nap a day, but sometimes she gets away with not taking a nap. So with going to Disney, we kind of weren't sure, like, okay, are we going to need to leave the park to put her down for a nap? And frankly, we never did. And she never napped. And she was fine. I mean, she was very tired at the end of the day. I mean,
Which is good. That's kind of what you want.
She was out. Yeah. Disney tired, you know, but yeah, I mean, she never napped in the stroller because we thought maybe she'd do that. But that girl mainly wanted to walk mostly during the trip, which to me is kind of unheard of for a toddler, frankly.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think I have definitely a few tips. I'm going to start actually with flying there.
Okay.
Right? Like, so obviously we live here in Chicago. We have to fly there unless we drove, which is like, I don't know, a 15-hour drive or something like that. We weren't going to drive, you know, we wanted to fly.
Yeah.
And with bringing a 2-year-old, and I even think if you bring a 3 or a 4-year-old, you know, when you have a baby, they're in what's called an infant car seat, which you can carry over your arm. And then once they reach a certain weight, they're in a toddler car seat, which is a little more upright of a car seat.
Yeah.
It's not a car seat you can take out and carry around. It just stays in the car, right? So we originally were sort of in this debate of, okay, do we bring a car seat? Do we have her sit on our lap the whole flight? Or apparently on the flight, you could just have her be in a regular seat. Well, what we decided finally was we brought the car seat.
Okay.
Because we know our kid, she's a stinker, and she would have fought with us the whole time. about trying to get out of the seat.
Oh, okay.
So we thought, okay, with the car seat, bring the car seat on the plane, strap her in, because not only number one, is that actually the most safe option, but number two, she won't fight us with trying to get out. And then the flight is, easier on us, right? So here's kind of what we did packing wise. So we did 3 park days and stayed at a good neighbor. As you know, we stayed at the Drury. And I would suggest if you're gonna stay either at a good neighbor or on property, take advantage of their transportation. That is number one. Like, take advantage of that, because when you're taking a shuttle or bus or whatever, or the monorail or the Skyliner, you don't have to be lugging around your car seat.
Yeah.
You don't need that, right? So bring the car seat on the flight. And then what we did was we had 2 bigger suitcases that was for Steve and my and Natalie's stuff, just split between the 2.
Okay.
So, because with her, we planned on like 10 diapers a day needing, and we probably used an average of 6 or 7. So we didn't use the full 10, but have plenty of freaking diapers.
Yeah, overpack.
It's better to be over prepared, and then have 2 packs of wipes, not just 1, because you don't know, have extra clothes for her, because you never know if she's gonna, shart herself and it's gonna leak out. You just don't know what could happen,
Right.
So, and bring that with to the park too, because you don't want to be screwed not have a pair of pants,
or you'll end up like Cosmic Rewind.
Fun fact, real news, folks, incoming breaking news: somebody shat in line of Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind and wiped it on the wall. So
yeah, there's that little TikTok video.
Yeah, whoever that was, what the anyways, so yeah, who does that?
I mean, it could be a number of things. We don't know, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, it could be a kid, maybe an adult with some issues or something, and so you just don't know. But still, it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
For whoever did it, and also the people in line.
Yeah.
And the cast members who have to clean it up.
Yeah. Not fun.
At least it wasn't on the ride.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Like, imagine flying.
So thank you.
the initial launch when you're flying backwards and somebody's flying over.
You're in the back of it.
Oh, God. That would be horrible. God.
I've seen like videos of people like throwing up on rides. This is going to be gross. And then we'll continue talking about toddlers. But like, there's one where like it literally is a circle.
Oh,
and someone threw up when it was directly upside down. And of course, it just went right back down.
Oh, God.
It makes me nauseous watching it.
Yeah. I've seen the video. People are on a roller coaster and somebody farts.
It's like, oh.
And some guy's like, dude, someone just farted.
Well, at least like the roller coaster, you keep going. What if like that happened in like Tower of Terror or something?
Oh my God, no shoot. Pun intended. Wow, yeah, true.
You never know.
Wow.
Anyways,
speaking of that,
toddler.
bring plenty of diapers or adult diapers if you need. But yeah, overpack. I mean, I think that's the general consensus. Overpack, pack extra clothes, extra jammies, extra socks.
Yeah.
For your kid. But then what made our lives simpler and convenient was for the car seat we bought, for the brand of car seat we have, there's actually a roller thing. Okay. So instead of carrying this heavy butt car seat through the terminal, we put it on a roller thing, and that was as if like it was our suitcase.
Nice.
So we checked the 2 big bags, and then I had Natalie in the stroller, and then I had a diaper backpack.
Okay.
And just my little Lululemon crossbody bag as my purse. Mm-hmm. And then he had a backpack. Yeah. And then he wheeled the car seat.
Yeah.
So
did you guys get stopped a lot through security or?
No,
like
not bad. No,
okay.
So she had to be out of the car seat, obviously. I could walk with her through it. And then the stroller, or I'm sorry, it had to be out of the stroller. Then the stroller, I think we rolled through and they physically checked it. Mm-hmm. And then we had to put our bags, obviously, and then I think the car seat through
the
thing.
detectors,
Yeah, but no, not at all. I think Steve, I think Steve accidentally had a water bottle filled or something. He had to get checked with that, but otherwise, no, thank God. So going through security was relatively not too hard, but it's also because it was Steve and I with her. If it's just you as a parent by yourself, that can get stressful, obviously.
And that was at the airport, right?
Yes.
What about the parks and stuff?
Yes. So at the parks, there was a specific line for strollers. So maybe I'd walk through security with her and he'd walk through security with the stroller and the diaper backpack. So then he had to go and get physically checked. So yes, that did take a little longer.
Whatever.
It is what it is. I mean, I feel like half the time when it would just be adults, I think when you and I went on our trip, I think I got buzzed because I always would bring my glasses case.
Oh, yeah.
And that just goes off or whatever. So it's really not a big deal. I think with going with a toddler, it's just funny because as such a Disney adult freak, I'm the kid, right? Like when I go it's the magic for me. And I love to go meet Elsa and Anna and I love to run and get on the roller coasters. Whereas this time it's
adult.
Weird being the adult.
Like, oh, I can't really do that. I got to watch my little.
Yes. And then meeting characters, I'm the adult that's standing there and I'm like, okay, go see Mickey. Where I'm seeing the magic through her eyes instead of me going up to Mickey.
What if, what if you cut in front of Natalie?
My turn.
It's me. It's me.
Exactly. I know. Yeah. Well, and that was another thing with a toddler. Like some toddlers, I'm sure, are scared of the characters. So we had to sort of hold our breath with that, unsure if she'd like them because I had booked. That's another tip I want to say is book a character dining. I would say try to do that at least once. Mm-hmm. We did it every single day for a different meal. Yeah. But if, the first one doesn't go well, then maybe you kind of know, okay, I should probably cancel the other ones. But we booked Crystal Palace the first day, which was an earlier lunch at Magic Kingdom. Yeah. And it was Winnie the Pooh characters. Well, she knows who the Winnie the Pooh characters are. Mm-hmm. So she did well with them because, with Santa, she doesn't know who Santa is.
And Santa changes every year.
Yeah, and Santa's scary.
Just creepy.
Yeah,
not as scary as the Easter Bunny.
Yeah.
Those are some scary costumes.
Yes, they are. Yes.
Yeah.
My mom apparently wants to take her to the mall sometime soon to meet the Easter Bunny. I said,
what mall? Is there a mall?
Woodfield.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's all the malls are closing.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, go ahead, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I would just say, and then, so with the car seat, bring the car seat. I think it's worth it so that your toddler stays in their seat. Mm-hmm. And then I want to get to stroller. Now, we have two different strollers that we use. We have one that unfolds and it's got a thing in which you can put the infant seat in. Adapters, sorry. Okay. An adapter, right?
Oh, okay.
So we could put the infant seat in it. Gotcha. And then as she got bigger, you can put the stroller comes with
that's cool.
a toddler seat, right?
Wow.
So, but if you think about it, that's 2 parts.
Yeah.
So you have to take that seat off and then the stroller folds. So we were kind of that's a pain in the butt. We don't want to, as much as that stroller is more of a sturdy, more storage, we thought we're probably not going to take that one to Disney. Yeah. Because checking a gate checking a stroller that's 2 parts, that's a pain in the butt, right?
Yeah.
So what we ended up bringing was our jogger stroller. That stroller is a little bulkier because of the tires. It's a jogger, so it's a stroller that has sturdier tires where I could go running with her, literally. Okay. So it's bulkier because of the tires, but it just folds. Mm-hmm. So it's one piece. So my advice for families is take the stroller that to you is the most easiest. If you have 2 kids, maybe get a double jogger. Mm-hmm. I've heard of a brand called the Zoe stroller that is not, it's side by side and it's not too wide. Okay. So strollers are a pain in the butt. It just is what it is. They're heavy. They can, but think about what stroller is probably the most convenient for you. The one that they're the most comfortable in. If you need storage, that's, it's kind of up to your discretion, whatever you want. Yeah. Our jogger, we thought it was great. Yeah. It was perfect.
And obviously they have strollers there to rent.
And you can do that as well.
Yeah.
Yes. Of the ones I've seen, they don't look as comfortable.
Right. I mean, it's just a standard stroller.
Yeah, with kind of a plastic backing.
Yeah, it's the spirit of strollers. Because Disney was cutting back on a lot of things and charging an arm and leg. We'll get to that next episode.
Yeah, no kidding. I know. So that's what I would say. And then, here as a parent, as a new parent, one thing that I think, like my friend Ashley and I have talked about this, how, a lot of times when people become a parent, they sort of change their entire life because of their kid. Whereas I think Steve and I are of the philosophy of like, no, we're just going to include our kid in what we do. Yeah. I mean, sure, like, yes, you have to plan for maybe a nap time or whatever. Like, I get that. Yeah. But if Steve and I want to go to a brewery and have a beer, we're going to bring her with.
Mm-hmm. And you can.
Right. So I think with Disney, we were sort of, obviously this was our first time taking a toddler. We weren't sure if the napping thing would be a thing, but what we discovered with her is that truly the meltdowns that she had, and this is probably unique compared to other people's toddlers, was she actually wanted to walk most of the time, which was awesome. Mm-hmm. Like, if she wants to burn that energy, she wants to walk, that's great. She loved seeing the castle, loved meeting the characters. So I would say with bringing your toddler, when you're going to go to Disney, I would say try to get there as early as you can and take advantage of the Lightning Lane thing. And now obviously Lightning Lane has changed again, where it's no longer Genie Plus. I would definitely say make your selections the 3 days in advance if you're off property, or the week in advance if you're staying on property. Make those selections. And if you're not a rope drop person, that's okay, because you can actually plan with Lightning Lane your selections to be in the afternoon. Mm-hmm. You can do that, which is nice. Yeah, it is. But I would say make some selections and be prepared for the trip in general to move slower. Because if you're an adult that loves to run and let's go get on Space Mountain, let's go get on Tron, whatever, it's not going to be that kind of trip, but that doesn't mean it's bad.
No, it's just a different type of trip.
Yes. I mean, as an adult, I still had a ton of fun.
Yeah.
I mean, oh my God, it is so cool. And I'm sure you feel this way as an uncle, like seeing Sebastian.
Oh, for sure.
Like you saw it through his eyes.
Yeah.
While he's a little older than Natalie, but like it's so cool to see somebody else discover it all.
Yeah, not just I mean, it was really cool seeing it through Sebastian's eyes, but also like it could work with first timers in general.
Yes.
My brother, who hasn't been in years, like going on like the Star Wars rides, like Rise of the Resistance,
totally,
like anything. Like it just also works with people who keep going.
Oh my God, yeah.
It's just
there's always
the
new things to discover too. I mean, new restaurants and whatever.
Yeah, but it is different. I'm sure seeing it through like a toddler's eyes. Like he's not a toddler, but like last year when we went, when he was 8, everything is just so much larger than life.
Yes. Well, and Mickey is real to them,
right?
Like, that's what's so fun to see. And she loved the characters, and I wasn't sure, and sometimes if they don't, that's okay. But yeah, it is really cool. Or even to bring like you said, an adult for the first time. Mm-hmm. It is magical, and I know that sounds so cheesy, but it's so true.
It really is.
Yeah, it's the best. And so with her, it was amazing. And I think with bringing a toddler, what you have to sort of do is adjust your focus, right? So instead of running to go get on this next big ride, I kind of created in my mind more of an appreciation for the smaller rides, right? Yeah. We took her, I hadn't been on the teacups in probably 20 years, I swear to God. Yeah. We took her, that was the first ride we took her on.
Nice.
We went on Dumbo. What else did we do? I mean, we did Pirates with her. She loved that. Mm-hmm. So we, and I'm pregnant too, so obviously I couldn't go on big rides, but we took the time to appreciate the littler rides, because, I mean, that was Walt's dream, was he wanted the parents and the kids to have fun together.
Right.
And so that's what those rides are,
Absolutely.
And then the focus was more on waiting in line for the character meet and greets, which to me was like the best part of the trip.
And you can also book that stuff through the meet and greets, I think, through Lightning Lane too.
I think
at least like
maybe
Mickey,
some of them. Yeah. I don't know that we looked at that. Mm-hmm. I can't remember if I don't think that was offered, but I do think we kept an eye on the line times, because we were like, we're not going to wait in an hour line,
right.
For whatever. So, and with her, I think it's having the patience to know that it takes time for your toddler to adjust. Like, we had never taken Natalie, we've never taken Natalie to the zoo. I mean, the only place that she's ever been remotely close to like a public thing is her cousins who are a year older than her that are twins. They had like a birthday party at like an indoor pool place.
Okay.
So that's like probably the only place I can think of that she's been that is like, you know, a public place with other people doing something fun.
Yeah.
We've never taken her to the zoo. We've never taken her to the shed. I mean, we did take her to the train museum when she was like 6 months, but it was miserable. She cried the whole time. So I was like, oh my God, screw this.
No more trains.
Yeah.
Sorry, Steve.
She was just too small, and she didn't, you know, when a train made a noise, she screamed because it scared her. She was 6 months old, you know? So that's the only thing I can think of, but we just had no idea how the heck is she going to do in a very fast-paced public place with so many people, so much, you know, what's the word? Just stimulation, you know, of everything.
A lot of stuff going on.
Yes.
And yes, it is fast-paced, but you can make it slower paced.
And that is what I would say is make it slower paced. So when you go, you know, we had a diaper backpack, which was convenient because I could just have it on my back if I wanted, or we put it underneath the stroller. Either way, have plenty of diapers, the wipes, have water for her, plenty of water. I mean, when we went, it was February, so it wasn't too hot.
Yeah.
But it's Florida.
Yep.
Have snacks, plenty of snacks, because in the morning she was having a few meltdowns and we were like, okay, I said, let's take a break. Let's go change her diaper, go to the bathroom. Let's go sit down. And I had in my bag of snacks like an apple, and she finally calmed down. Like, I put her in the stroller, she was eating an apple, and she finally was like not having a meltdown. Yeah. So sometimes you have to slow down because they're overstimulated and take the breaks, and that's okay, you know? But I think with knowing that you can't get everything done with a toddler, that's okay.
Right.
But I also think it's shifting the focus because it's okay if you don't go on every ride. I think what you have to think of with your toddler is, okay, when you're at home, what do they enjoy? Okay, well, Natalie loves watching Mickey's Clubhouse. She loves Frozen. She loves Nemo. Yeah. So what did we do? We met Mickey, we met Minnie. Then we did a character dining the second day, which was Mickey, Minnie, Pluto, Goofy. So she knows who they are, you know? And then we met Olaf at Hollywood Studios. And then the third day, we went to meet Elsa and Anna. Yeah. And I even asked her, you know, we're now, a month and a half later, and I asked her, Natalie, when we went to Disney, who was your favorite? Who'd you like meeting? She goes, Elsa, Anna, Olaf. I mean, she she remembers, you know? So she tells me, and it's because she knows who they are. So I think that if you're going to bring your toddler, do the things that they recognize too. If you're at home, you know, she's not really into, I've tried to get her into Monsters, Inc. I've tried to get her into Moana. We did the walkthrough of the Moana thing at Epcot, which she liked it because it's
water.
Fun, interactive with water. She liked that, okay. And it's really pretty, I think. But do the things that they're familiar with. At this point, I wouldn't take her to Universal, right? Because she has no clue who the heck Harry Potter is.
Or Shrek or...
Right. None of that
Trolls
yet.
Or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe when she's like 10, if she's into that, absolutely. Yeah. But with Disney, there's so many things for the really little kids, like Mickey's Clubhouse, and she loves that. So I would say do the things that, like I said, they love and they recognize. Yeah. And take breaks and take it slow. That is a big thing.
I was actually thinking about this the other day because I remember in your trip episode you talked about how, yes, Hollywood Studios has stuff for little ones, but you didn't find it like very beneficial or too like little kid toddler friendly.
Right. I agree. I don't think it is.
I wonder how, I know it's not your favorite place, but I wonder how she would do in Animal Kingdom with all the animals.
Yeah. I think the Kilimanjaro Safari, I think she'd love that. I can't go on that actually being pregnant.
Yeah.
Which is stupid, but it is kind of a rough.
It is. It's kind of bumpy. But they have like all those trails and stuff where you can see the animals, the tigers.
True. Very true. I think she'd like that a lot. Yeah. Yeah. I think, oh God, I mean, I love the Animal Kingdom Lodge, that resort.
Yeah.
I would love to stay there with her and be in a room overlooking the animals. I think she'd love that. The Boma breakfast is phenomenal.
So good.
Love it. I want that freaking zebra dome.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Yeah, I think just my thing, what I was thinking about was, okay, she's probably gonna mostly like the little rides and the character meets.
Yeah.
And at Animal Kingdom, I'm not really sure who she knows that she could really meet there.
Yeah, I mean, like, they do have the characters kind of dressed up in, like, safari type gear.
Sure.
And then they have, like, you know, characters from Up.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But if she doesn't know Up.
No, she does not. No.
So, yeah, it would just mainly kind of be like your typical. Well, she probably doesn't know Lion King, right?
No,
Yeah.
not yet. I think we've watched it once.
Yeah.
It's just so funny. Like I've turned on other things, right? Like she's starting to kind of like feel out Tangled because
Okay.
she's got Pascal, little toy, and she calls it her gecko, even though he's a chameleon.
Yeah.
So like I'll be searching on Disney Plus and a picture of Tangled will come up with like Rapunzel and Pascal, and she'll be like, "Oh, gecko." So hopefully maybe Tangled she'll
Yeah.
get into.
Yeah.
I've tried getting her into Moana. My mom said she kind of watches it, but she often will say "Adan," like, and she doesn't want to watch it.
Yeah.
But then she'll want to watch. She watches Nemo like every day. She's obsessed with Nemo and Frozen.
Okay.
Yeah, and I want to get her into like Monsters Inc. And then obviously Toy Story. There's the amazing Toy Story Land.
Yeah.
There's just not a ton. I mean, there's like the flying saucer ride in Toy Story.
Yeah, and then like she's still too young, but the Slinky Dog ride that no one can ever get on. But
Oh my God,
it
I know.
seems like everyone can get on that.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, and then like she probably doesn't know. I mean, she knows Star Wars obviously from Steve, but like
Yeah.
she probably doesn't really care too much about.
No, we've never watched Star Wars. I mean, we did go meet Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, I want to go meet Darth Vader.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
she was terrified.
Yeah, he's intimidating to be.
Yeah.
I met him and
Yeah.
scary.
He very much, and he's very stoic. And I'm like, dude, I know it's you, Hayden. Just take your mask off, baby. And then we met Chewbacca, because
Yeah.
that's Steve's favorite. She was terrified of Chewbacca, but he's so, well, I can't even do
No, no, you can't.
I can't even
That sounds like Roz having an intimate night.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, I can't. How do you even do Chewbacca?
Right.
No.
Steve could probably do it.
Steve, come here. Yeah, like is that? I don't know.
No, that's Tarzan.
Can you do an impression of Chewbacca? Well, I was trying. I was like,
It's like if you put your rolled R's together and then my like yell. Let's try that. 1, 2, 3.
That's terrible.
that's like Chewbacca having an orgasm. Like, wow. I don't know. It's just, I don't know.
He can't even speak English. Wow.
I don't know.
That was a time.
Yeah, in other news. But yeah, so, I mean, and also, one thing I was also worried about was having a hotel room with her crib in our room. Like, I had thought, crap, I wonder if we should get some sort of suite
Oh yeah.
where like we're in a separate room than her, because sometimes she's a stinker about going to bed. So I was kind of like, okay, how's this gonna go? But here's what we did. So we did just have one room. We had pack and play in the corner, and then we put a chair like in front of it so that the light, like when she's laying down in the pack and play, the chair kind of blocked the light to her. And actually, Steve and I kind of go to bed early-ish anyways. Like, so she probably was in bed 7 or 8 Orlando time. I'd say more like 8-ish Orlando time every night.
Okay.
And then by that point, Steve and I were like getting ready for bed. Like we usually both like shower at night or whatever. So, I'd be in the shower, and then she had gone down, and then I'd get out, and then I'd shut the door to dry my hair, and then he'd go shower or whatever. And at that point, we're just kind of like on our phones. We'd have our AirPods in or whatever if we wanted to watch reels or something. But at that point, we were sort of ready to wind down anyways.
Yeah.
And we probably went to bed by 9:30, 10. So it wasn't like you're tiptoeing around like for 5 hours, and she fell asleep pretty much right away because she never napped throughout the day.
Yeah.
So-
And that's kind of nice that she didn't, because of well, sleeping at night, and then
Totally.
also just, having to leave the park in the middle of the day.
Pain in the butt.
Like, I don't really know, because I've stayed at a couple, like, Good Neighbor hotels.
Yeah.
But I would always, like, Uber back and forth.
Yeah,
Just
because
'cause,
they have a specific shuttle schedule, whereas when you're on property, at least there's a shuttle like every 10 to 20 minutes.
Yeah.
With the Good Neighbor, the only downfall I'd say is that the shuttle is a specific time, like times throughout the day, which is fine, but then you have to plan a little bit more.
Right.
That's the only thing.
Yeah.
But we weren't going to Uber it because then we'd have to lug the car seat.
Right.
So that's the only thing. And then, so because I didn't want to have to leave. I think that if you know your kid and know they're going to need a nap, then stay on property.
Yeah.
Stay at the Contemporary. So you can just pop right on or even walk to it, or the Polynesian or something from the park,
Or do you think, like, maybe if she did feel like she needed to nap, maybe leave, like if you're in Epcot or something.
Yeah.
Leave through the International Gateway.
Yeah.
Maybe just kind of hang out in the hotel lobby for a bit.
Yeah.
You could do that. But
Yeah.
if she needs to be kind of like laying down the entire time, then I guess that wouldn't work.
Yeah, and like I said, parents know their kids. I mean, some kids will sleep in the stroller.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
And she actually did fall asleep in the stroller when we were in security to go home. I was like, because then when we got at the head of security, I had to wake her up and take her out of the stroller. I was like, shoot.
Was she kind of groggy?
Yeah, she was crabby. So I was like, great. But she will fall asleep in the stroller. I just think with the overstimulation of the parks, she never wanted a nap, which I get that.
Yeah.
But if you know your kid, I mean, if you're bringing an even littler kid, like...
Then, they should probably stick with the nap schedule.
Yes, like a 1, or 18-month-old or whatever, then I would say stay on property. Because, and people will say, oh, why are you bringing your kid? Don't bring them until they remember it. Okay, you. Because you know what?
Wow.
You. Because...
That should be the name of this episode.
you and you and you and you and you. Because...
Steve is gonna
opinions, your unsolicited advice. You know what? I am a Disney adult, bad person. I have a castle tat. And when I'm 80 and I'm in my casket, this is going to be showing, okay?
Your arm's going to be hanging out of the casket.
Yeah.
It's going to be like a clear glass casket, and that's what you're going to be looking like.
Like what Snow White had.
Yeah.
No, here's why I'm so passionate about this. Because you know what? What I have to say is true. Their childhood, though, is my parenthood.
Boom. Mic drop.
Right? Because this is my first time being a parent, right? I'm still learning. This is a chapter in my life that, like I said, I've been the kid and I've been the one to experience the magic. It's a whole different thing when you're the adult and you see it through your little kid's eyes.
Yeah.
So, maybe my 2-year-old won't remember it, but I have every flippin' video now on my phone and photo of her meeting Mickey for the first time. And, when she's getting married, I can embarrass the shit out of her and play that video, you know?
Yeah.
Or of her, I farted. I've got all those videos.
I thought the video of her meeting Anna and Elsa.
Yeah.
Where she like flips back and just like sticks her legs up in the air. Like, what are you doing? That was so funny.
I was like, girl, are you that comfortable? You want to give him a crotch shot? Like, what the And Elsa was like, I do snow angels too. I'm like, oh, Jesus.
Of course she's got to like
Yeah.
turn it around. And be
Yeah.
like, I don't know what this kid's doing, but
yeah, I think she was just
angel.
comfortable. I
Yeah.
think she just like wanted to lay down and chill.
She was in her element. Like she's watched Frozen like
Yes.
million times, I'm sure.
A million.
And
Yep.
one. And
Yep.
it's just like, I know these girls.
Yeah, I know these girls. I can just lay down with my legs up.
Yeah. Is that what she does here when she watches Frozen?
No, I mean, she just like stares at the screen and then she starts to sing.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes. Like today, actually, when we were at my parents', we have a little fork for her that has Olaf on it.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's like, Olaf. And then she goes, in summer. I was like, good job. Good job, But yeah, all y'all. And basically.
Bring it back.
Let's bring it back here.
Have y'all.
Bring it back.
Waka, waka.
F you. Who has the f***ing opinion? He's going to bleep all this, so I cannot wait for Winky Doodle.
Oh my
and
God, I can't wait to hear what this little section's going to
I can't wait. But for the judgmental, unsolicited advice givers, you know what? I'm, as the Disney adult, their childhood is me and Steve's parenthood. Mm-hmm. So I am so glad we took her because we are Disney people. I could go every month if I could, you know?
Yeah.
And to have it be such a different kind of trip was awesome. I mean, don't get me wrong. I wanted to go on Tron, but I couldn't. But it was so awesome to introduce stuff that we love to her.
Well, and then think about it when you eventually bring your son.
Yes.
And the whole family's going. Like,
oh, my God. Cannot wait.
Yeah, she'll be like a little bit older. And
Yep.
You'll probably have to do like some parent swapping.
Yep.
But that'll be a time.
Oh, my God. I cannot wait because...
That'll be a different kind of mindset, too.
Yes, because she's already done it and she knows them. And then, you know, whatever he gets into, I'm sure he'll like Mickey and all that. But then they're going to be like exactly 2.5 years apart. So she can hold his hand and come on, let's go see Mickey, you know.
Yeah.
So it'll be cool for him to have an older sibling that can kind of show him the ropes and stuff
And
too.
She'll be a little bit taller and she could experience a little bit more.
Yeah, exactly. So
it's going to be an exciting and different time.
so much fun. And I think too, it'll be fun. You know, we have a girl and then we're going to have a boy. We'll have one of each, which I think will be really fun because boys and girls are different, into different things, you know, and it'll just be fun to have a boy experience this time, boy energy. So maybe season 6. I'll let you know how that trip goes.
Stay tuned, folks.
Yeah, stay tuned for 2 more seasons.
Episode 4.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to be a real hoot.
Oh, yeah, and small wee-wee. Oh, yeah.
And don't forget that. Just keep that in the back of your mind.
I don't need your opinions, mother Winky Doodles. But anyways.
This might be like the episode where you probably said that the most.
The most, yep. Anyways, I'm sure right now Sebastian is listening to this because he told me
I know
that I'm too loud.
I know. My mom told me that.
He goes, stop being so loud. I go, I won't. Shout out to you, Sebastian.
Keep it real.
Yeah. But anyways, so I think that's kind of mostly what I've had to say. Obviously, you know, the episode prior to this, I talked personally about the trip, but, you know, after going with her and having an experience, I certainly have some tips, some things that worked for us, but...
And who knows, like when you go again, and if it's like maybe just you and Natalie or you guys as a whole family or whatnot, you might have different tips and tricks. Like,
because then there'd be
change
2 kids managing 2, you know? Yeah.
So, like, you know, this is just for, like, those new parents out there.
Totally.
Who are listening and, like, are kind of wondering if they should take their toddler.
And I say absolutely yes. If you are into Disney, I think if you're not that into Disney and you don't really care, then maybe don't. You might not appreciate it like us Disney adults would.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's up to you. It's your call. But
I know, like, at the end of the day, it's totally up to everyone out there what they want to do,
what you want to spend your money on. I mean, I think some people are like, that's why people give their unsolicited advice of, you know, don't spend the money until they remember it. Well,
right, and
that's because you don't care. You, but you know what I mean? Like, that's because you don't care to experience that, maybe because you're not that into Disney, which is fine. You don't have to be into Disney. You're wrong, but you don't have to be into Disney.
I can understand, like, maybe they're not that into Disney and they're kind of like waiting till their child is older to take that one trip, and maybe that'll be like that only time that they save up for that one big trip.
Totally get that.
I totally get that.
Totally.
But like me not having any kids, I think it is, I'm on the same boat as you. I think it would be worth it to take like a toddler.
Oh my God, yes.
I wouldn't take anybody else's toddler to go.
Right.
But like to see it through their eyes, like we were talking about.
It is cool.
You know, just to see like the castle for the first time.
Oh my God. I have that video. Yep.
Yeah. I think it would be like hugely beneficial. And the kids are free.
Yes, that's another thing.
2?
Till they're 3.
3, so.
They are free, yeah. And that is huge because even with meals, like when we did we did 3 character dinings, right? So we did Crystal Palace and then Hollywood and Vine, and then day 3 was Akershus, which is the breakfast. We did breakfast. That was family style, but the other 2 were buffet.
Yeah.
She was free, I think.
Oh, even for dining?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause I know for park tickets.
Yeah, park tickets, she's completely free until they're 3.
Yeah.
And then also one thing, when you're flying, check with your airline. Every airline I think is different. If she was a lap child, they maybe would have wanted like documentation for her, like social security card or birth certificate to prove that she's 2 and under, because you can't sit on the lap, I think, when you're above 2, I believe.
Okay.
I think every airline functions a little different.
Yeah.
But because she was in a car seat, we did pay for a seat. So it wasn't required for her to have any documentation because she's a toddler.
Gotcha.
Might be different if we're flying international, but to fly domestic, I think we had a photo of it in case of like her social security, but just verify that with whatever airline you're flying. We flew American, but like I said, we didn't need anything because she had an actual seat. And then obviously with your driver's license, we have the driver's license where it has the star or whatever it's called on it. So I don't need a passport or something. You just use that as your ID to get through security.
Well, now they're going to be enforcing real IDs.
That's what it is. Sorry, the real
Oh,
ID.
you have
That's
yours.
what it is.
Okay.
That's what I have with the star on your license or whatever. I forgot that's what it's called. But yeah, and then with the parks, that was another beneficial thing, I think, because the fact that she is free made that easier, because when you're trying to budget, park tickets are really expensive.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yes, kid tickets are, I think, a little cheaper. Ages 3 to 10 is like a specific price.
Yeah.
Which is helpful.
3 to 9.
Oh, something like
Yeah,
that.
so
Yeah.
I think this is the last year that Sebastian is considered a child.
Okay. So that is helpful that that's cheaper, but it is so convenient that 0 to 3 is free.
Yeah.
So that was another point that I felt made it worth it, because Steve and I are Disney adults. So we're just paying for us,
Yeah.
So that's all I have to say. And I want to say, if anybody who listens has any comments or anything to add, please message us.
Yeah.
If there's anything else, because I mean, this is just my experience going with the toddler, but I think that there's things that have totally worked.
Yeah.
But I think it takes time for your toddler to learn transitioning, because it is very overstimulating, like I said.
Yeah.
And so the first day I sort of had a moment where I was like, what did we do? Because she just kept having a meltdown. But I think it took her a while to realize, okay, you go in a line and you stand and you don't run around everywhere. You have to wait in line. And then we get on a ride, and then we have to get off the ride. And she didn't like getting off the ride. Well, neither do I, girl. Same.
I know. I could stay on Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
They're my friends in there.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, I get that, but that's harder for, obviously, a toddler to
they're understanding
understand.
that concept.
Yeah.
Especially if, like you said, she hasn't really had experiences going around to, zoos or museums or
Exactly.
other things like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but it's great, and I think it's worth it.
And I think you went at a good time, weather-wise.
Yes.
Think
I
about
would
it in
go-
the summer.
I would go when it's not too hot.
Yeah.
Yep. I would say, because when you guys went, gosh, it was really cold end of January. And that can be hit or miss.
Right. We haven't experienced that before.
Yeah.
That was so cold.
Yep.
I mean, it was, because while we were there, it was cold everywhere else. So it wasn't as bad as Chicago.
Right.
But I mean, it wasn't your typical, breezy, sunny January Orlando weather.
Totally.
Because I've been there and it's gotten into the 60s and maybe the 70s too. And it feels great.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
but when it's 40s and you're going on Velocicoaster and it's kind of
drizzling.
Those drizzles turns into shards of glass.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That hurts. Yeah.
Yeah, but that could be any time of the year, not just January. But
that's
it's hit
hard.
or miss.
It is totally
and
hit or miss.
February could have been hit or miss too. You just never know.
Yeah, we got lucky. It ended up being highs of low 80s. So, and then sometimes, I mean, even Steve was like, God, this is really hot. Because when you're in the sun,
oh yeah,
it gets to be blaring. But the humidity was definitely less than what you would feel in the summer. for sure. But I would suggest to bring your toddler, maybe go at those off times when it's not the summer. That's miserable.
And if maybe people listening don't want the huge Disney World experience, maybe try Disneyland.
Oh my God, yes.
Because then you don't really have to deal with all the transportation. Everything is right there.
Yes.
Could walk to if you're staying on property, walk to one of your resorts.
Yes.
Or the Good Neighbor hotels are a block or two away.
Absolutely. That's all walking distance and it's easy.
Yeah.
It's a less stressful vacation.
Yeah, and they're just right across from each other.
And actually, Disneyland in some ways I think is better because their Fantasyland is way more detailed and has a lot more of those little rides.
Oh, yeah.
So that would be, and you can do both parks in a day, truly, if you wanted to. But with a toddler, I'd say take your time because you have to take it slower. But yeah, I think Fantasyland has so much more with the little Casey Jr. ride, the little boat ride, the Alice in Wonderland ride, all that.
And their whole Toontown area.
Yes.
With all the character homes.
Yes. And now Disneyland has the Mickey Minnie Runaway Railway, and Disneyland Park has Star Wars Galaxy's Edge.
You kind of got everything except Epcot.
Pretty much.
And, a little bit of Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, it's
Although
the
you
Cliff
pretty
Note
much
version.
have your dinosaur with Indiana Jones.
Right.
And
right.
I guess it's superior.
Yeah.
R.I.P. dinosaur.
I know, John. I know you're very heartbroken by that.
Pooh.
I'm so sorry. I know. But yeah, so I totally, and I, think if we end up taking her to Disneyland sometime, I'll talk about that for sure. But I'd say, Disneyland is the less hectic vacation for sure. And the weather is better. If anything, Disneyland, it gets cold because California, I feel like at night can really get cold. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah.
I love the weather there.
Oh, I love it. It's the best.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's all I've got, John. I think it's been good talking about that, and more to come this season.
Yeah, hopefully people take away from this episode.
Absolutely.
If they're on the fence about taking a toddler.
Take them. Anyways.
We know your thoughts.
All right, everybody have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening. We appreciate all your support. Please leave us a review and/or rating on your favorite podcast platform.
You can find us on Instagram and Facebook under Parks and Pixie Dust Podcast. We are also on Twitter and TikTok under Parks and Pixie Dust. Give us a follow and stay tuned for lots of updates.
And you can also email us at parksandpixiedustpodcast@gmail.com.
Our episodes are released bi-monthly on Wednesdays.